think there are different circles of community that can be connected to the choral experience.
Choir serves community both in being a metaphor for that gathering in purpose, but also in the sharing of beauty, which certainly appears to be the composer's intention as well.
When we breathe and sing in harmonies together, there's a certain energy that is created and a connection that is created between those people.
There's some argument to say that when more people say or sing something, it gains importance, it gains power, it gains affirmation.
And then there's the audience experience with the singers. And I think because singing is something that everybody does, it's physical, it's organic, it's not an external instrument. We can all sing, just being part of that experience and seeing others who are breathing and singing together and creating beautiful music becomes a collective experience for everyone, I would hope. I mean, that is the intention, and that those are the best performances where it does become a collective experience. And we're missing it right now. And I think we're valuing it even more because we have realized what we've lost this past year. John Rutter has been around forever. It seems like John Rutter has been around for my whole kind of choral life. He is someone who has managed to continue to stay relevant.
Very internationally successful in creating beautiful compositions that are very popular, both small scale. So his work appears in many Christmas carol books, many separate anthems and that sort of thing. And of course, a few larger works like the Requiem.
He acknowledges that he tends to go into preferring to create a beautiful melody, almost to like a musical theater kind of style of really going for these like earworm melodies that people walk away humming.
He's also a very gifted arranger and understands voices and choirs very well. So I think there's an immediate appeal because he goes straight for the hunger I think we all have for beauty.
So it's not the most esoteric music. It's very accessible.
And his music is performed internationally on a scale really not rivaled by any of his colleagues.
The Rutter piece is a requiem, which for those who don't know, a requiem is the liturgy for the dead.
Since the time that it existed as simply a religious celebration, it has become a cultural institution.
John Rutter set this requiem after his father died, and there are reconnections with it in Rutter's recollections about when his own son died. He went back to this text and to this piece.
There's something about the gravitas of requiems that captures our imagination because we all have the experience of losing someone. And so the idea that we, in a sense, share that with a great composer and that the composer is sharing with us in his or her creation is a very special thing.
The particular movement that we're saying, the Lord is my shepherd, within the Requiem, Rutter has brought in two psalms that are sung in English, as opposed to the rest of the Requiem that is sung in Latin.
A much broader than religious power to that text that motivated Rutter to incorporate it into what was a Requiem Mass setting, and that motivates lots of people without specific religious affiliation to incorporate it into their own funerals or to do so on behalf of loved ones who have passed.
The history or the connection with Marley's passing and the Rutter piece was, the genesis of that was an email that we received from Penelope where she had just been going through Marley's apartment and found Marley's Guelph Chamber Choir folder of music. And as she was looking through, she saw the Rutter Requiem. And she wrote an incredible email reflecting on how this particular piece has been a thread in her life that has connected with various points of grief in her own life. She's had family members who have passed away, and immediately at around that same time, she was either singing the Rutter Requiem or she went to a concert where they performed the Rutter Requiem. And it was uncanny how frequently this piece touched her life at these moments of incredible grief. And so, she said as she was looking through this folder, it was incredible for her to see that, again, here's Rutter's Requiem in her child's folder.
There is something serendipitous in a way that the 23rd Psalm ends up in this beautiful piece of music that is itself devoted to memory and loss.
And that's something that when one thinks about a person who one has lost, there's that element of the eternalness of that person's light that has stayed in the world even after they're physically gone. And, in that sense, this tribute to Marley is very much connected with the impact that Marley made in Marley's short life and the light that will always be with us as we remember Marley.